Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. Now, of course, this chart goes all the way back. Well, this range goes all the way back into August. Of course, this was the previous consolidation area, but right now, more locally, we see that this double bottom push buyers were able to push prices break structure to the upside, and sellers step back in, continues to break structure to the upside. So this is just still within this range, not completely breaking structure to any side, with this being resistance and support. Really just trading sideways, trying to break structure either way. Right now, like I was saying yesterday, it looked like it was forming a bear flag to continue back down. But as you can see, just the price movement from yesterday, like I said, it did break structure back to the upside, but this is an ascending channel, so there's liquidity building under these lows, and of course the lows from that double bottom. So we'll see if the momentum can pick up to the downside and start to check out these lows. We look for it to have a selling opportunity. If it does really pick up momentum, starts to break and then retest, look for it to have a selling opportunity to sell back down to the lows, even though overall this is bullish swing structure. This is the higher low of this overall range, and this is technically still just in consolidation. If it does pick up momentum, we look to sell back down to those lows, since it has been in consolidation so long. But other than that, if this break does hold and this forms, and this could be the higher low, internal higher low from these lows, if it does hold and continue to push up, and then we're looking for any type of buying opportunity once it does take out these highs. GBP USD, let's go and map over the current range. Of course, a lot more bear swing structure. Out of that double bottom, buyers push, broke structure to the upside, came back up into premium, took out some of the liquidity, and then the sellers have been able to push prices back down. And yesterday, like I was saying, did prices reacted from this area of this last sale before the buys area of demand. But we'll see if it's able to break out, with this being resistance and this being support. Overnight, this did push up, but did not break these highs. So this is holding as resistance, and this was holding as support. Not a real strong closure under these lows, but waiting to see a moment to continue to target these lows and get past this area of demand. We'll look at the DXY dollar index. As you can see, just buyers are starting to step back in. Dollar's getting a little bit stronger. It will be major news tomorrow for FOMC. We're looking at how structure broke to the downside after sellers step back in, made this double top, just like with the other USD pairs. They made double bottom, so sellers step back in on the DXY, and now we see a corrective push up, but it did break structure, and we've just been consolidating up until these last few 4-hour candles. Of course, this also formed some bit of a mini range consolidation as it formed resistance and support. Like I said, overnight broke under that support, and now buyers are starting to step back up, so this could have swept these lows, and buyers could continue to push higher, looking to see if it takes out these highs, possibly these highs, because like I said, as you can see, it did break structure to the upside. So if it does continue, I expect it to go ahead and target the highs of this overall range. AUD USD, let's go map out the current range. We know this did just break out of this wedge pattern that had formed. So we've been mapping out and broke out of that wedge and broke structure to the upside. Of course, this area of consolidation where price continue to push down from these areas of supply. So that's where price is right now. And looking to see that this is also just forming another area of consolidation with the mover from last night, that being the resistance, that being support. Let's go ahead and still consolidating sideways, even on the micro level. So we're looking to see if this price can continue to push out of this whole wedge consolidation. Let's see if this can retrace back a little and see if buyers can step back in and push toward the highs of the overall range. Doesn't have to get past this area that pushed price down previously, that impulse out of that consolidations range, which is where price is now. So waiting to see it break out, any momentum to pick up. And then you can pull back and start targeting the highs, or just momentum can build from here and target the highs. NZD USD, let's go map at the current range. Prices continue to stay in this channel that we mapped out yesterday, well, a few days ago. It is in an ascending channel, at least on the 4-hour chart, and liquidity is building under these lows. So waiting to see this internal bullish structure. It will hold. Clearly it's breaking structure to the upside as buyers step back in, break structure, and it continues to build an internal structure with overall swing structure bearish. Internal structure is bullish. Continue to break fractal structures to the upside. Continue to break internal structure to the upside. It is back in premium of this range. And technically, this is the last buy before the sell. So it is in that area of supply that pushed prices out last time. So right now, waiting to see which way this can go, depending on the fundamental news on the dollar. Theoretically, this could be a bear flag, and like I said, liquidity sitting on these holes under these lows, looking to see if momentum can pick up to the downside and target the lows of the overall range. Considering this could be just a pullback, even though it is, like I said, bullish internally. Waiting to see if sellers can step back in and start targeting the lows. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.